Risco of the Far From Vesuvius podcast. That's Ralph Pizarro of Calcio Napoli Club. Just rant about Napoli.
Let's go for it.
We're gonna rant. We're gonna match report. We're gonna talk about the games. We're gonna talk about topics. You leave comments, and we'll read your comments out. Question.
All right, quick stats.
Yes, throw the stats up there. On to a nice little segment that we're gonna call the Beast of the Match.
Who's beasting it for the Napoli team? Let's see.
Follow us on Facebook, Rafael Rispo, Ralph Pizarro, Twitter at Rafa Napoli 83. That's me.
CNC USA 26.
I want some feedback to the show. What do you guys want to see? What do you want to see more or less of? This is going to be a show for you guys too. I want a lot of comments.
We want to rant about something. Let us know if you want us to rant about something.
I promise you, we're not going to agree on everything all the time.
We won't.
We're going to yell at each other every now and then.
Come and rant. This is what it's for. We want to give you a space to let loose so you can do it here.
Well, that's going to do it, Ralph. Were we boring enough for you?
I don't know. I think we were great.
Let's get to it.
Madonna do Carmen, aiutici tu.
And benvenuti, fellas and bellas, all over the world. Welcome to another episode of the Raff and Raff Rant. I am Raff Pizarro, joined by my co-host, the Vicar of Vesuvius, Rafa Rispo.
What's up?
Welcome.
What's up, Rafi boy? How are you,
It's so
my friend?
good
Welcome
to
back.
be back.
Oh, yes,
Boy, man.
Yes.
Oh boy, Rafa. I felt like I was on a vacation that I didn't really want, if that exists, but.
It makes a lot of sense. It makes a lot of sense
man.
because that's basically like I've been explaining to everybody,
Yeah.
we've been dealing with some life things and things happen,
Yeah, it's first of all, hello, shout out to the chat. Let's get this chat. I am rusty, Rafa.
Rusty
shout out to
Raff Pizarro.
Rusty Rafa tonight, right? Let me take a sip of water there. But shout out to the chat. Let's get this rant on the road, Raff. And before we begin, I wanted to say like a huge thank you to not only you, Rafa, for holding down the ship, and getting up here and keeping everything going, but to everybody who comes into the chat and participates with you, because you're not alone, even though you're alone,
Right. No,
and
right.
and even when it's just me or just me and you, it really feels like everybody is there with us, and I think that's the best part of doing all this, because aside from talking about Napoli and hanging out with you here, Rafa, I really missed chatting with the chat. I really missed talking to everybody. So let's get in there. Welcome to TFC. I believe this is about Insigne. Chill, Michael Simi.
Yeah.
Chill, Michael Simi. I saw you in the Discord too. We like you.
Not happening, son.
We got Pasquale. What up? Francesco Andiamo. He should
What's
go
going
to
on,
Spurs.
guys?
No, he shouldn't.
No, he should never go to Spurs. Here's the deal. Love you too, Phil. Appreciate it. Thank you. I do not have my normal setup today, so I cannot see everybody's comments that come in. So it's
Who's
Ralphie,
this? Identify yourself. Who's this?
Matthew.
What dead club? Who's dead? Who's
to a
dead?
new one.
Who's dead?
Yeah, dead club.
Who's dead? Are you talking about
Who's
Napoli?
dead?
Dead in first place? Who's dead? Get at me, Mike. Matthew. Vincenzo, good to see you too, man. Me and Vincenzo, we spoke a little bit. It was nice. Okay.
Vinny Mac. Just so you know, I don't have my regular setup, but my Europa League trophy is still here.
There you go.
That soon.
Ralph coming through with the technical difficulties. He's trolling.
Yeah, man. I'll explain that
all right.
as soon as I get on here. My laptop went AWOL. Haywire? I don't know. Come on,
you don't
Matteo.
get to come in our home and call us a dead
Matteo.
club. You don't come in this home. We respect all. Listen, Michael Simi's a good friend.
Listen, he's not.
But
yeah,
come on,
he's not going to TFC. Let's relax. Let's all relax. It's not happening.
Listen, even if he was, and he's gonna go get a ton of money for him, God bless. Good for him.
Then
I'm moving to
At the end
Toronto.
of the season. Yeah.
And I'm going to have
Let it
more
happen
reason
at
to
the end
go
of the season.
see all my friends out in Toronto and go chill with Napoli Club Toronto and go cheer on Lorenzo Insigne if that
Sure.
happens. So even if that were to
It's not.
happen, hey,
It's not.
so lots of
Insigne will
exciting
resign.
action. Insigne will resign.
Yeah.
Hopefully.
Lots of action, Ralph. We played against Verona. We tried to get our redemption from last season. The same result, 1-1.
Mhm.
And I gotta say, I half watched the game. Was busy at work for the first half and some of the second. But from what I saw, I mean, Verona really is a good team. I think they're a great team. I've seen them against other teams this season, and they know how to play. And I think something that because we 1-1 was the result. Giovanni Simeone gets the first goal, and then about 5 or 6 minutes later, we equalize with Di Lorenzo.
Right.
And I think it's something to say coming into the match being the third best Italian side in Serie A in history, defensively, in through 11 matches. That's some research that I did. You guys can check out my tweet if you want, or you can listen to my the end of my Far From Vesuvius podcast from last Thursday, or last weekend, last Friday. Napoli have only given up 4 goals now in the season, and that is still tied with Chelsea for the best defensive record. And I fully believe that Napoli have done a great job, even in a draw, to contain Giovanni Simeone, who's been red hot on fire. 7 goals in his last 4 matches. You all know 4 against Lazio, 2 against Juve, 1 against Napoli. He knows how to score. And I think for us to have only given up 1 to Giovanni Simeone and the rest of that pressing attack is a testament to the full squad that we have, Ralph Pizarro, because no Koulibaly and the hottest striker on planet Earth right now, could have been a lot worse. And I think Juan Jesus played a decent game in Koulibaly's absence. I think he made up for the fact that the defense gave up the goal. It was sloppy defense, yes. But I think he definitely contained Simeone, especially towards the end of the first half. Just amazing stuff from Juan Jesus. And, Verona is a team that needs to be taken seriously right now. So Fran says Jesus was his man of the match, and that's a good shout. That's actually a very good shout. We do have a beast. We do have a beast, and we'll talk about him later. But I think that's a good shout. But the team, I think, did what they had to do. But now we can talk about the crappy refereeing, Ralph Pizarro.
Yeah, I want to hear. I like to give my disclaimer.
Yeah.
Due to work and life, I missed 3 games, the last 3 games, and I was only able to watch some highlights. I tried to rewatch the Verona game because I heard of the dramatics. I remember I was at somewhere. I had the game on my phone, but I just couldn't watch it.
Yeah,
watch
no,
it.
it's
I
difficult.
just couldn't really
when
pay
you're
attention.
out and about doing.
But I saw
doing what
some
you have to do.
bullshit.
It's
I saw
hard.
some bullshit.
Yeah.
And I'd like to hear about it. I'd like to get. And if you're in the chat, help me out today. I need your help. I was saying it right before when the ticker was coming on. I was like, I need a little help today. I want to know. Please inform me, educate me, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, fellas and bellas all over the world. Shout out to Carmelo in Vegas, by the way, tuning in.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Put all your money on 22.
Right.
All right. Put all your number on 22.
Yeah, doing his thing with the Vegas the Poker World Series, I believe, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
So referee was Giovanni Aioldi. Aioldi, I think. I forgot how to pronounce it. Aioldi, I believe. And it's funny because I think he just did a terrible job throughout the match. I am still on the fence about the non-handball call in the box. I can see why people are shouting that should have been a penalty because the defender, and God forgive me, I'm on my phone, guys, so I can't really look at who did what. I have no means of checking anything, so you'll have to help us out too. I forgot who the defender was, but the defender had his arms behind his back, the way Di Lorenzo usually defends, with his arms behind his back, right? Ralph Pizarro. But when we go to take I think it was Insigne going to try to cross the ball. You can definitely tell him move a certain way, the defender, to make himself bigger. And the call wasn't given. Mainly probably because his hands were firmly behind his back. And if it were us that was defending at that moment, where Di Lorenzo loves to put his hands behind his back and hit our elbow, we probably would have been screaming, no, that's the right call. That's the right call. No penalty, never a penalty. Sure. But you can sort of see him slightly move, and it's hard to tell whether he moved before or after the ball was hit to make himself a little bit bigger. So I'm not 100% on that penalty call, but that's just the beginning. There was a foul in the box that wasn't given to Osimhen. There was constant. Started second half around 50th minute. Osimhen was fouled in the box. Should have been a penalty instead of foul was called.
Was that the one where he tried to break his knee? Was that one?
Yes.
Prick.
Yes. Then there was, and Verona was playing very dirty. Then there was countless. There was the one against Mariri where he defender went for what seemed to be shoulder to shoulder, but definitely like threw a forearm to more of the back of Mariri. Foul all day, not given. Then there was constant, and this is always constant tugging of Osimhen's jersey.
Sure,
and he got so mad and lashed out that he got a yellow for dissent. But Fran says that the handball Insigne was calling for towards the end of the first half, I believe, should not have been called. Right, non-called, in my opinion. See, and I'm sort of with Fran. I know there's so many other people, my cousin especially, saying that was a handball because he moved. But I don't know. It's hard. It's hard to say that we would be if it were us and they gave the penalty, we'd be furious because Di Lorenzo's hands were tied behind his back. That's how he always plays. So Joe V Dubs, hey, it's Giuseppe De Angelis, ref was trash.
Welcome,
yes,
Giuseppe.
very much so. Yeah, Giuseppe, what's up with the new name, dude?
Joy V Dubs. This is his YouTube name, I think. That's
no, I'm.
Did he get banned again? Giuseppe,
name.
Did you get banned again?
Got banned on Facebook. I wouldn't be surprised. But anyway, Ralph. So here's. Let me sum it all up in one summary. Okay. I will read this first from Sal. Ciao ragazzi. The defender fell onto Ossi's knee. He could have gotten seriously hurt, even a VAR check first check. Yes, very, very bad. Let me sum it all up in one.
Go ahead. I'm just going to throw up a couple comments. Go on.
No, that's okay. I put a question to CalcioCast, and Matteo read it, and he doesn't like talking about the referees, probably because he's a commentator and he wants to be subjective to every team. Fine, I get it. Don't worry about it, Matteo. Fine. But in my opinion, this individual who officiated the game, and I'm not talking about being the fourth official, the sideline official, the VAR guy, the VAR assistant, the second guy, the sideline guy. I'm talking about being an official on the match with the whistle on the pitch. The first official. Okay? This was his debut performance in Serie A as the main match official. Yes, as Matteo so eloquently put it on CalcioCast. Now, this is for everybody who listens to CalcioCast that are watching right now. Yes, he was involved in big time matches, but as, like I said, the fourth official, what's he doing? He's telling the referee that this guy's yelling on the bench, and he's telling the referee that guy's yelling on the bench, and he's putting up the signs, and this was his first match officiating as the main official, and you're giving him Napoli Verona, a first place team. I would be hard pressed if you were to see him officiating a big match like the Derby della Madonnina as his first match, right?
Right.
They
right.
would never give him a Derby della Madonnina or a Juve, Inter match or another big derby like the Roma derby. They would never give him that. Why are you giving the responsibility of a referee, young referee who has never been the main official of a match to the first place team? Why? Why is that being done? And
I'll
this
tell you why.
And I mean, Ralph, we talked about it earlier today on the phone with each other, didn't we?
Yeah.
Oh
yeah, we did.
And it's funny because I wanted to mention this.
I'm gonna leave Peter Scala's comment up here for a hot second.
I'm sorry, and listen, listen to me. Referees make mistakes. It's too often now, I feel, in Serie A, and there's something needs to be done about the officiating. But I understand that referees make mistakes. But why are you giving a brand new referee the high responsibility of officiating a first place team? I would imagine he get if he's gonna ref in Serie A, a lower game first, get his feet wet in like a mid-table match or like a. Why are you assigning this guy? That's what I mean. Like why are you
when we chilling,
officiating
let me know.
Top of the table match? No, it's okay. That baffled my mind as well because I didn't know this until the end of the match when some of the guys on the chat made it clear that that's what the announcer said. But I don't know, man. I just that left a little sour taste in my mouth. It doesn't mean that we should have won the game.
He has no pizza experience.
Yeah, exactly. No pizza experience.
No pizza experience.
It doesn't mean I'm not saying that we should have won the game because of dodgy refereeing, but we could have won the game if it weren't for dodgy refereeing.
But
that being said,
yeah. I'm sorry. Finish your thought, and then I'll.
No. I said that being said, I'm happy generally. I'm happy we got away with a point, especially because Milan and Inter drew. I'm happy about that.
Right.
At the end of the day, the chips fell where they were supposed to. We tied. They tied. We're on par. We're on the same page here. Inter doesn't go any further ahead, or climb closer. Which what I mean. And Milan isn't ahead of us either after the derby. So, we start over. We play Inter on Sunday when we come back from the international break, and that's it.
I'm gonna read out here. This is the same league. Pasquale Napolitano says, this is the same league where Salernitana handed Lazio 3 important points, and the clubs are owned by the same guys. So,
yeah, okay, Pasquale, I understand that. But Salernitana are shit no matter what. So Lazio beating Salernitana doesn't mean anything to me. Like, if Salernitana were busting ass and winning games, then I would say, okay, that's a little dodgy to me.
Yeah.
But I don't want to. I didn't see the match because we were watching Napoli and they played at the same time. So I didn't even see the highlights. I don't want to speculate, but I understand where you're coming from. I get it, but. Lazio should have beat Salernitana 3-0. If Lazio didn't beat Salernitana 3-0, it would have been a problem.
Rafa, also, something about Salernitana, I need to get this off my chest because after the derby, which was, 3 games ago, Salernitana Napoli?
No, that was the last match we played. That was the last Serie A match we played last week. Before Verona. Yeah.
Right. All right.
So it was before the Europa League match.
So there's photos that were going around the internet. I saw it on Twitter. A very popular content creators even shared one. One picture, they didn't share this one. It was from somebody else. First of all, the Salernitana fans taking photos with Chiquita banana, blow up beach things, whatever, garbage bags. And then another picture where some popular content creators shared with garbage bags. Now, I don't know if anybody knows. This wasn't like they're calling the team garbage. That's not the banter. They are poking fun at a crisis that Napoli had. All right, Salernitana who's in Campania, who suffered the same issue.
Salerno, yeah.
Okay? When basically organized crime held the city hostage and government officials by not picking up trash for months, where people were walking around with masks pre-COVID,
Yep.
schools had to shut down because of rat infestations. It was disgusting. And I have friends and family directly affected by this. And this is Salerno, fellow Southern Italian. You don't share shit like that. It's not right.
No,
this is not banter.
It's not fair. No,
it's not
but that
banter.
goes down to the people that are sharing it not knowing what that's about, and it's sad because some of.
But
those
if you're a
people are
content
Southern
creator,
Italian.
if you're one of the
they're
biggest
Southern
content
Italian
creators,
too,
you need to know what that's about. You need to know what that's about.
And most of
that
them are
shit
Southern
ain't cool.
Italians.
Yeah. Come on, guys, be better, man. You know, be better.
We love you. We love you very much.
I'm not naming names, but be better. You know who you are. Be
Not
better.
cool.
Cut that shit
Not
out. They got bananas in there. What's wrong with you,
Not
Salerno?
Cool. Not cool.
What's wrong
Not
with
cool.
you?
Well,
here
listen,
we are
Salernitana
trying to fight all that, but
yeah,
trash team. Go back to Serie B. You're trash.
But they will, Ralph.
Trash.
They'll be back there soon.
Yeah, you go. Take your garbage bags with you. You're trash.
Salernitana, and that's another thing. Like this league needs to really I mean, the things I'm getting more and more fed up with the league as a whole, day by day, because that issue between Lotito and him owning both teams, Salernitana and Lazio, should have been handled before Salernitana even kicked the ball in Serie A. And they gave him till the winter to do something, and I haven't heard anything about it since. So I don't know. To me, it just screams unorganization. And teams like Salernitana don't deserve to be in Serie A. So they'll be back in Serie B soon enough. And see you later. They're a non-issue to me anymore. I'm done with them. We beat them. See you later.
Peace.
It's a shame they didn't even let people from Napoli in. Normally you hear stories about, okay, you can, only people from Campania or no people from Campania being let in. They only allowed people from Salerno in. Now, if you happen to be a Napoli fan from Salerno, you could have gone to the game, but they wouldn't even let people from outside of Salerno into this match, which to me screamed like just a bunch of crap. And I'm done with Salernitana. We're obviously wait till they come to Sao Paulo. They're gonna hear it from us. You know what I mean? Now that the ultras are back too in the crowd too, that's another good thing. The ultras being back is big too.
Yeah, we need them. We need them. We need them there. The team needs them there. I don't know. I heard they were supposed to sit in like a different section, or they even going.
They sat in curva, but they sat under the curva. I think some of them were able to sit up at the top of at the bottom of the the curva, the top section. But most they all sat like on the lower level, and it was good because you had the chanting, the choreograph, the place was alive. It's alive when the curvas are there. The ultras are there.
I mean, look, to play devil's advocate, the ultras chose to do this. This wasn't like they were banned. They chose to protest.
No, absolutely.
The mandates from the government about the stadiums and all that, and this was their decision not to go. So I mean, I respect their decision. I'm God bless the ultras.
I'm glad they saw the light though.
I don't agree with everything they do, but let's keep it real. They are the biggest fans of Napoli. They are the biggest supporters, but this was their decision, and but I am happy they're back because Napoli needs its support. But
the stadium finally looked a little full. It looked a little fuller. It sounded a lot louder.
Yeah.
I think this is what we need to do. Peter says, let's hope Benevento makes it back up. I like having another Southern team in Serie A that aren't scumbags. Salernitana, I mean, F Salernitana. I've never liked Salernitana, ever, never. F them. And if you guys are from Salerno, I'm sorry. I don't mean to say I don't like people from Salerno. I don't like Salernitana, the club. Okay?
Yeah.
So there you go.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure we got a handful of Salerno watchers here. But
I'm sure.
Again, I don't hate anybody typically, but I do hate ignorance, and I don't care where you're from. I don't care if you're Napolitan and you do it to other people. I don't like you. You know what I mean? And period. That's it. So, sorry. I held that in. I was really upset about it, especially because it was a city that suffered the same fate, and it's a city that falls under the same category of hate when it comes down to the North and South divide. So it's
right.
like, okay,
the Northerners don't like you. Yeah,
they don't like you. You ain't shit either. Like, and I respect the a little bit of banter. I respect I respect the rivalry, and that's cool. But come on, guys, like, we cannot implode as a Southern Italian community, as a Southern people, and even the shit with Twitter online. You know what, Rafa, one reason why I'm really happy to be back today was because I just wasn't. I didn't have the time to go on social media. I didn't have the time to talk, to respond. I mean, I spent the last couple hours right before we came on just trying to catch up. I usually like to see what everybody's talking about, and then I like to bring it up here and discuss it. And I just been. That wasn't great English, but I hope you got my point.
Yeah.
Avellino's looking better and better, huh? Joey V. Dubs.
Avellino too. F Avellino too. Tariq, I missed you too. Thank you very much. Appreciate it. Appreciate you coming back in. Raff, you were about to tirade, man. You were going on a Twitter tirade, were you?
Well, no. I try not to. I really I really try not to hash out all my emotions on social media because I don't like it.
It's
if I got something to say, I'll say it. But I prefer talking with everybody. I prefer to come here and talk with friends and this is the rant. This is why we made it.
Raff, you know what I've done? I've decided to go the route where I'm going to kill them with kindness. Like anytime a Juventino comes at me, I'm so polite with them. It's ridiculous. I've heard nothing from them in the past few weeks because of it.
Who's this? Just like rival fans?
Just Juventini. Yeah, just Juventini.
They're just still sour because they're not going to make Champions League this year.
Listen to me. I even in their win, I mocked them this season, like this past week. And I did it so nice that I don't think anybody really is trying to get back at me, because the one time I did it maliciously, I had a lot of pushback. I had the video of me saying Juve Storia Grande.
Yeah. Rafa, when you yell at little babies, they start crying. You know what I mean?
Right.
That's what happens. So I get it. I get it. Because 9 Scudetti in a row it's not enough, right? It's not enough. Napoli getting a little bit of shine is too much for them. I want to know how many of those freaks are from Southern Italy. I want to know.
Oh,
go up north. Do me a favor, Juventini. Go to Piemonte, okay? Go to Piemonte and talk with your accent, and then get back to me, okay? Go to Piemonte, talk with a Napolitan accent or a Sicilian one, and come tell me what they feel about you, okay?
Sure.
Juventini jersey or not? Shit, you can have a Del Piero jersey on with a Nedved wig. Go ahead, let him hear a little bit of that Southern drawl, and come back and come talk to me. We need Catania back. I agree with this. I like this thing. I like Catania.
Is Catania not in even in?
They're in Serie C right now or something like that.
They suffered a fate worse than Napoli did.
Serie P. I don't even know where Catania is. But they were such good friends. They really got along. Catania Neapolitan fans are, they're like brothers or whatever they would say to each other.
They were,
I know somebody asked about the Maradona kids. When do you think guys will start pulling away from AC Milan? When the refs stop helping them?
We'll start pulling away. I don't know if the referees really helped them against Inter though, because
no, that game was crazy. I'm not gonna that game was
crazy.
It should have been like 4-4 or 5-5 or I mean, how many dingers did we have this week between Napoli and the Milan derby? I can't say, and I'm not saying that they're helping them directly, but there's other times. Come on.
Listen,
it's a little shady. We're against Verona. We get the new ref, same day as the Milan derby. It's like it's always so. They're like a master of setting shit up. They're a master of setting things up that looks completely innocent. I mean, ask Moji; he'll tell you. Like they're just really, really good at setting things up to make it go the other way. For some reason, people want. It's like.
Right.
People always say there's something missing for Napoli. Yes, we agreed there was something with mentality. They need a little bit of more of that. But it's not something that's missing. It's something that's been there all the time that keeps screwing us. And it is this favoritism that goes completely up. And the big networks, too, you're not any better. I'm starting to see your true colors.
And listen, this isn't a knock on Milan and their abilities. They have a great team. They really do. They do. They have a great team. They don't have the depth I think people think they have. I think Napoli's depth is way better. Some people disagree, but that's fine. They can do that. But I feel like anytime Napoli gets something like this going where there's like a momentum, they ended up winning, 2 Winter Scudetti. They had the great start that they had in 17-18 that they're replicating now. Like there's always something else that's going on around the league that is directly affecting Napoli as well. Whether it be Juve having a great start too, or how about this, where we have a start that we have, which is on par with our great start from 17-18. And at the same time, Milan have the best start in 67 years. Like, can you believe that? Milan, a team that has won 18 Scudetti, 7 Champions Leagues. They are the most prestigious team in Europe, Italian team. Okay, this team with such history is going to have the best start to a Serie A season in 67 years. The season that we decide we're going unbeaten too. Like it's really upsetting. It's upsetting.
Let's keep it real. Italy wants Milan and Ibrahimovic to pick up the Scudetto. It's going to be so much fun. They can't stand if Napoli and an African are going to pick up a Scudetto. Italy can't stand that, bro.
No.
They can't stand it. Let's keep it real. Let's keep it real here. I am 100%. Ranting today. It's good to be back. Shit. I let off 2 weeks of just – I held this in for weeks, and it was – hard for me, man. It was really hard because but go on, Raff. I'm sorry.
No. Go ahead, read them out. I was done.
Yeah, but I'm with you there, Rafa. 100%. I agree with my partner here. Vincenzo, let me read his, and then I'm gonna get to Angelo's question. Few of the players get into our best 11, or even off the bench. I'd rather be in this race with them than Inter or Juve. Yeah.
I like Milan. I like Milan. I like the team that they have. I think that they are better this season than they were last. They look very, very good. They play very well together. I think their depth isn't as good as ours. I think that their bench is so-so. I mean, they're strong in certain areas, but once African Cup of Nations come, everybody says about how we're going to be missing the whole spine of our team, which we are. We're going to be missing, Koulibaly, Anguissa, Osimhen, possibly Unas, they're also going to be missing Frank Kessie and Benacer, and that's 2 of their best midfielders, along with Tonali as well. And they don't have a lot of options coming off the bench for the midfields. There, you got Bakayoko. Who else you got? No, like honestly, off the top of my head, I don't feel like their backup defense. What they got? What's his name? Krunic, right?
Right.
Their midfield is not as strong as our midfield, even without Anguissa, because we can slot Deme or Lobotka in there and be just fine.
Tomori.
Oh, Tomori.
Joseph. Thanks,
No,
Joseph.
Tomori is English. Fikayo Tomori is English. He's with the England national team. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. There is one other African on the team. No, there's one other African, but I don't know if he's going to get in. And I forgot his name. Balotore, I think. Balotore? That might be him. I'm not 100%. Peter says Inter won't be missing much of anything for that cup. So it's good that they did not beat Milan. We need them to not join the race for first. I was looking forward to a Napoli win and a Milan win as well to keep it tied at the top and be 10 points clear of Inter, who would be our next contenders. That would have been really good. And obviously, I mean, the draw was the perfect result considering we drew. But I think any result would have been beneficial for us. If Milan had beaten Inter, they would have been 2 points ahead of us, yes, but Inter would have been, still, like 8 points behind us. And then if Inter would have beaten Milan, they would have been 5 behind us, but we'd be in first. So, like, by 1. But it's so early, and then we have to play them. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
We play them next. So,
but
Milan have Fiorentina.
Right.
So that's a tough one,
Right. And I think we got a decent stretch of games coming up that also. But I'm not afraid though. That's the thing. I know. I understand that we gotta face these bigger teams, and it's gonna be a good competition. But considering the past couple seasons, I'm not afraid. I don't knock any of the teams, unlike they do to us. But I don't knock any of the teams. But at the same time, I'm not afraid of anybody. I'm really not. Sure. I'm afraid of the league more than the teams. I'll be honest. I'm afraid of the media. I said it, Raff. I was like, I'm afraid of the whirlwind of shit that Neapolitans are gonna have to go through because of this newfound success. That's my biggest fear. I mean, can you think about it, Rafa? We got Osimhen, Koulibaly, and Nguisa as the spine, and of course, to add the other players with Insigne and the rest of the squad, Politano. They don't want to see us winning, Rafa, and I'm really, really afraid of that. I think that is Napoli's. That is the anti-Napoli, as they say. You know what I mean? Like that is Napoli's biggest competitor is Italy in itself. And I mentioned it to you. I've been watching the Maradona miniseries on Prime Video. Yeah, and it's pretty good. Disclaimer: parents with kids, don't watch it with them. You'll see why. Make sure. Yeah, don't let the kids
be ready to cover some eyeballs, right?
Yeah, right. Be ready for some explanations. Those foreign filmmakers, they just love showing things, don't they? They just like, let's just. The best part when he was in the locker room, and the background, are people changing. I'm like, did they have to include? That part.
I mean, listen.
Did it make it more real? I guess.
Vincenzo,
you're the film expert here.
Where are you? What's up with that?
He's in here. I'm pretty sure he's in here. He's been commenting. Like, Vincenzo Bertillo, have you been watching the Maradona series on Amazon Prime? If you have, what's up with that?
I gotta get on it, Ralph. I haven't seen it yet. I gotta get on it.
Oh boy, just don't let Rocco or Paulie sit next to you, man.
No, we'll watch it. We'll watch it while we don't have them. That's what we'll do.
Yeah, watch it. How is that? Should I watch? Watch it. It's about Maradona, and I love the part where he comes in and he was defending Napoli and he was getting at the reporters and all that, and he was calling them racist. And man, I found. Oh, I'm here, boys. I haven't watched that because I was skeptical of someone playing Dios. There's like 3 characters so far, or 3 actors rather. So there's the old
that are playing him.
Yeah, it swings back and forth to the present time when Maradona was in the hospital the first time before he passed, and then it'll go back to like when he was young and going up through like Argentinos juniors, and then Boca, and then Barcelona. Finally, I'm at Napoli right now, and I'm about up to the last or the second to last episode. It's Vincenzo. It's not like the best production. It's not like the greatest, but I think like it's good nostalgia, and it's a lot of fun to watch. And you get to it's polarizing because it's like he was doing some things, but you also love him. And I gotta say, like, sadly though, even after Maradona's death, how much I started reading up about him and how outspoken he was, and like this man really defended the city. Like this man
Yes, he did.
really, like, I don't care what he did in his life. All right. He did an impossible feat. One, he won a World Cup with Argentina in a
By
very
himself.
turbulent, by himself practically, in a
By
very,
himself.
very
I'm
turbulent
sorry.
time in South
I'll
America.
say it. He had a couple good
Go ahead.
players with him by himself. He won that thing by himself. I don't care who agrees or disagrees. Maradona won that World Cup by himself. Then he went to Napoli and won the Scudetto with players that would never have won the Scudetto collectively without Maradona. I'm not saying that Garella won a Scudetto with Verona. Yes. I believe Giordano, I don't think he won a Scudetto, but he was like a top scorer one year. You know, I understand all that, but this team would not have won the Scudetto without Diego Maradona, and he is the greatest of all time because of that. He's done these things. God bless you. He's done these things, and he gets he doesn't. I don't feel like people who hate him because of his personal, demons that he had, which he recognized and he
At least he was open about
understood,
it,
and
you
he
know, like
was open about, and he tried to fix. He fixed the relationship with his son. He fixed it's funny because when these jerseys came out, I know someone asked about the shirts. When these jerseys were coming out, there was some sort of backlash from Diego Jr. about the kits saying that the estate of Maradona didn't authorize this and they're not behind it, whatever. I watched a live. Diego Jr. was live on Instagram earlier today, and I watched it, and someone asked him about it, and he said, "No, I never said any of that." He said, "I'm happy with Napoli and what they're doing to honor my father. I never said any of it. It was a lie." So there you go. There's the clarity of that situation. There was, I guess, someone must have copy and pasted something onto his Instagram account or whatever, because he had come out and said something against the jerseys. But no, he just said today that he's for it. There's nothing wrong with the rapport between him and Napoli, and they're happy with what they've done for Diego. So the jerseys, Ralph.
Yeah.
The jerseys.
Somebody asked about the kits. The question is up there, guys. It's just a little high up, but somebody had asked, "What do we think of the kits?" And considering we're a big drip community, I was on the fence a little bit. I don't know. They were unique.
Well, so they're unique. So apparently, there's a Neapolitan artist who created this thumbprint painting with Maradona inside of this big thumbprint. I've seen the white one on Chucky Lozano when they were modeling the white one, because there is going to be a white one. There's the navy blue one that they wore on Sunday, and they're apparently going to have a Nazzurro, a Napoli blue one, come out too. And the white one that we saw Chucky wearing, I think makes the navy blue one look like trash. The navy blue one, I feel like the thumbprint is way too big. It goes too far across the whole bottom half
like
of the jersey. Maybe if they made the thumb
chest.
Yeah, maybe if they made the thumbprint a little smaller with his face in it and not have it not like cover the entire bottom half of the jersey, might have been a little bit better. I do love the navy. The navy with the blue on top here is sick. The top half of the kit is sick. The numbers on the back being white, absolutely beautiful. But the white ones, it should be a lot nicer on the white ones because with the white background from the thumbprint being mixed in with the shirt, it's going to make it look a lot better.
Mm-hmm.
So hopefully, and I did buy, I bought,
Mm-hmm.
I contributed. Listen, I'm gonna spend money on Napoli and help them get that
Damn right.
backup left back.
Yeah.
In the
There you go.
Know?
We don't do no
Angelo
DH
says
gate
the
on the rant.
Nah, no DH gate. Listen, DH gate or those Chinese sites, I'll confess I buy for my kids because they're gonna play in them and screw them up. Like you have to see the white Osimhen I got for Paulie. It's destroyed. But guess what? I paid $16 for it. But
Right.
but I did get them the Halloween kits. It didn't come in yet. I know someone said in here it's fire just now. I can't wait to get them and see them and open them. And if anybody needs a Halloween kit, I'm selling a couple of them because I did buy a few. I also bought a few Maradona ones. So if you need,
they got to do a Befana one, Rafa.
Imagine if they did a Befana one.
Little witch, like with a Kinder Bueno in her hand, like a.
Vinny, I don't know, man. Rafa, will our Halloween kits arrive for Christmas? They better because that's my Christmas gifts to the kids. They will.
You know what's crazy for a team that had no jersey at one point.
Oh yeah.
Now we got like 6. Outfield. You know what I mean?
It's literally
amazing.
9 out. It's 9 outfield kits. It's the Serie A home away, the Serie A home blue, away white, and third red. Right. Then there's the Europe that's 3. Then there's the European blue. There's the European red, that's 5. Then the Halloween is 6. And these 3 Maradona kits, 9. Right?
9 kits.
That's not mentioning the goalkeeper kits. So that's two Serie A goalkeeper kits and 2 European goalkeeper kits. So 13 kits altogether this season.
13 kits. Hey, we said we wanted jerseys, right?
Listen, that Maradona kit sold out in 3 hours. 3 hours sold out.
No. If anything, they'll be more expensive, Joseph. I'll say this much: this is how it typically works. Rafa, if I can just chime in.
Go ahead.
By the end of the season, the regular kits, like if they're gonna come out with new kits, like new field kits, like not non-specialty kits, like just their home, away, and third kit.
Kits.
And they have additional sizes. You'll see a price reduction on this season's kits. You'll definitely see that. But that's because they're probably going to be selling the XLs, double XLs, triple XLs, because in Italy they don't, they're wearing mediums and shit like that. As far as the specialty kits, definitely not. Because if they're so in demand, they're selling out. There's no reason to load. The demand is there. They're not going to. If anything, the prices are going to get higher. Not from the club, but from the resale value.
Right.
But I highly doubt any prices will drop.
I saw the Halloween kits on eBay being sold for almost $400.
Crazy.
They were 120. They were 125. They were 125. 125 euro.
Mm-hmm.
Regular price.
Yeah.
Which is the regular price of the regular kits. They were 125. Maradona sold out in 3 hours, and those were 150 euro a piece. 3 hours they sold out in. Can you imagine the amount of money somebody can make selling those privately? Like, hey man, I got it in the box, brand new.
Right. Well, that's why they're going for $400. Somebody will buy it. Somebody will buy it, right?
Yeah, man. Yeah.
Somebody will buy it. I'm not crazy about that resale game, but I mean, hey, listen, if somebody wants to pay the price,
that's what you do. That's what you do. You get one for yourself, and you get a bunch to sell. You make your money back. I mean, listen.
If I go in June, I'm coming back with like a freaking suitcase of jerseys.
God, that's right. You got to bring an empty suitcase to add to your travel.
So be careful. The official store. Be mindful of what credit you use. I bought a jersey. This is when I think they were with Diodora, and I tried to pay with card, and they didn't let me. They said that, no, you got to give me cash. I'm looking at him like, come on,
I mean,
dude. You know what
we're
sucks? I was
talking
gonna
about
buy more,
10
Rafa. I
years
was gonna buy more, but I was gonna. Doesn't matter. It doesn't matter.
ago.
They come on. The official store across the stadium. Imagine you go into like the official fan store across the street from City Field. You want to pay with your debit card. They're like, no, cash only. You're like, oh my God. Listen, outside the official store, it's still Napoli. God bless them, but it's still Napoli, and they didn't want my credit card. And you know what sucks? I was gonna buy more stuff, but I didn't have enough cash on me, so I ended up just buying one thing when I was gonna buy like 5 things. But they couldn't accept credit because it's like 1900s over there with their the cash only. Come on, we all know when cash only. We all know. I get it. There's fees and this and that, and they're probably a small business. But if you're the official store across the street from the stadium,
that's what makes me think. That's what makes me think that at this point in time, it could be different. If anybody has been to the official store, let me know. I feel like
I'll be honest. Listen, here's the deal, and this is the thing too. So I bought a jersey there. I also bought the same kit. It was a Hamsik jersey. I bought it for my godson, and the quality was different, Rafa.
Was it? Well, was it
different.
a replica jersey or was it?
No. Officials. I bought everything because I had the patch, this, that, and there was a.
No, I get it.
I told him, give me the official jersey. I don't want the replica. I paid more because the other one, the replicas are like $30, whereas the official ones are like 80 or something. At least back then, it was like maybe 60 or something. But I went to the mall, and it was a different quality. It was much, much better quality jersey than I bought at the official store. So, I don't know, man. I don't know sometimes. So, I go to my boy Secondigliano. He hooks me up.
There you go.
So, I don't know.
You got any questions in there?
No, I was looking. Somebody asked about damn weird is right, Joseph. So be careful, man, because they could be really, really. It was like the quality wasn't up to par 100%. They didn't take my credit card. It was a little sketchy, man. And I don't know. Sometimes the smaller stores away, like the ones that are in the local towns, they seem to be all right. But to be honest, I order from the official web store and call it a day. That's it. If I feel like I'm being cheated, screw you. But Rafa, there was a question about the we'll end with that probably because we're about getting close to the hour mark. It's been great. Everybody in the chat has been super awesome
really has.
today.
Yes, absolutely.
We needed you guys on board today. That's what makes this show the rant. It's really like, I think the rant is special than other shows because we're not the most technical about things, but we don't want to be. We just want to sit here and talk with you guys about different
real.
subjects.
We want to be real and get what's off our mind. Get off what's on our minds. Get off what's what's in our hearts. That's what we're about. That's what we're about.
Late shows are the best shows. I guess the later shows have been really good.
They love the
attendance.
Ralphie.
Dude, the attendance has been good and it's been staying up. So I'm happy that that's working. Can I find you guys on Twitter? Yes, Raff and Raff ran. I'll put it up. I'll put it up. Leonardo Rodriguez. Thank you guys. We appreciate you as well.
Well, so Raff, Leonardo, I'm at Raffanopoli83. Ralph is at Raff_biz, right?
Hold on.
RAFF_biz. And we're at Raff and Raff. So mine. I didn't do mine. Mine is at Raffanopoli83. His is at Raff_biz, and we're at Raff and Raff. So that's Raff N, N as in Napoli, Raff. You can find us on, you're watching on YouTube right now, so that's great. Subscribe, please, like, share, do what you got to do, rate, comment, do everything you got to do. Also, you can follow at Far From Vesuvius, and on those podcasts, you can go search for Far From Vesuvius on your favorite podcast. We post either the same night, the next day, what have you. But we post this show to an audio-only podcast just in case you guys can't make the live, just in case you can't watch the show and you're driving, you're on transit, you're working out, you're whatever. You can't watch, you can listen to the podcast. So at Far From Vesuvius as well. But that's where we are. That's what we do, my man. So, yeah, check us out.
Yeah, you can check
We're
out
also on Facebook and Twitter, Instagram, right, Rafi?
Facebook, yeah, I got it scrolling on the bottom,
we are.
guys. You can see all our handles for the rant, and from there, our own personal handles are up there, so you can find us real easy.
You can find us.
Once you get on Twitter, you'll check in the bio, you'll see our names, and from there you can find us. And then this is for additional content. We have the Couch Napoli Club USA Discord. We're on Facebook as well. It's kind of fun. People get in there, speak a lot. I got invited by Canale 21 to appear on a show in Italy, which is really cool. We'll cool. Got you guys. Got you back, Leonardo.
Thanks, Leonardo. Yeah, Rafa, you gonna do that?
Yeah, I was supposed to speak. He was supposed to call me today, the guy. He didn't. So I'm going to get back at him. It's going to be after the break if it does happen. Because he's like, dopo la sosta. So I was like, all right, cool. And
Peter, thank you.
They're really
by the way, thank you.
Yeah.
Best podcast in the game. Thank you, Peter.
Peter's
Appreciate
man.
it.
Peter, how's the nephew?
Yeah,
we still haven't lost the
how's he
game,
doing?
Peter. We're still unbeaten.
Since birth. Rafi boy, so yeah, you got invited there. I also got invited to appear on a show. It's a Napoli account that they're up and coming too. It's Italian only. I had to decline because of work, but it just goes to show you that we're reaching people, Ralph.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? We're reaching people out there in the community, and it's working out. It's working out. So
Opponent ain't easy.
Paponing ain't easy, bro. Paponing ain't easy for sure.
He's great in sleeping, hopefully through the whole night tonight.
Good for you.
I hope he gets to sleep too. But yeah, so Raff, to just to piggyback off that real quick about what you said, because I want the fans to know, like, listen, we have to all support each other. There's a few people in this game doing their thing between Joe and Dom, us. A couple others here and there, the boys in Toronto, 6ix9ine Calcio, they always show some support. There's not a whole lot of us, and to be quite honest, I've realized something, that we have to support each other and promote each other. We have to become a unit. We have to become a group bigger and better, and that's how this will all grow, because I just don't feel like it's hard to get support as a Napolitan fan, as a Napolitan freaking citizen. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Right. Just being a Napolitan in general. And sometimes we have to go against our own people. So for everybody out there on Twitter, on social media, doubting the team, knocking the team, knocking the call, you can't do it, man. We have to support each other. This is the only way we can grow. And I appreciate, we got Cliff out there, Michael Simeon. There's a handful of other fans who come by and show support because they really love soccer, and I love you guys for that, because we want the same thing. We just want to talk soccer, to talk calcio in Italy, and root for our respective teams, and that's it. And whether it be a little banter here and there, it's okay. Like, that's all part of it. That's fun, but as far as Napolitani goes, guys, if we're not supporting each other, we're not going to make it. We're not going to make it. And these 2 weeks away, for me, I like I said, I've been super busy, but don't think I wasn't thinking about y'all. It hurt me not to be here. Not mainly because the goal with Rafa and I was to support Napoli, and I feel like being away, I wasn't supporting them, and I go online and it's nothing but trash talk, and then the Milan Derby came up, and Napoli takes a back seat to all this, all this promotion because there's only 3 teams in Italy that people want to talk about, and it sucks. It's just like, man. So we have to support each other, because this is the only way we can lend credibility to this team, especially into this country. in the U.S., in the English-speaking world. And we got people from England, Australia, India, we got fans in Japan. I met fans in Taiwan. I'm meeting fans all over the place. We are here.
For sure.
If we don't big up each other, we will not grow because nobody is going to help us because it's Napoli contro tutti. And I don't mean, and I'm not trying to knock anybody or be a jerk, but we can only help ourselves. So don't knock the team. I don't care what you feel. You know, it's in good times and bad times. All right, enough knocking. Just let's support because this is the only way we're gonna make it, guys.
That's right. We need to support we need to support each other. We need to support every member of the club. Every member of the club needs to be well supported, and you know, we need to really just, you know, like you said, buddy, stick together. You know, I think we will.
Thank you, guys. I appreciate the love in here.
I
always get this. I know it's weird. If Quinton was here, he would big up this comment. I know it's weird, but I like not being mainstream because of our fan base. It really feels like fan. It's true.
I get that. Yeah, I get the same feeling, and that's why I don't want to be bought out by, you know, these oil tycoons from Qatar or like these, you know, Saudi princes, and you know, it's annoying. I don't want to do that.
Yeah.
I want to win a Scudetto and something in Europe with Aurelio De Laurentiis, even if it's just one, even if it's one Scudetto, one European title. That's what I want to do with Napoli for ADL. And then if he wants to sell, which I mean, I'm not saying that there's anyone implying that he will. I'm just saying there's a lot of we should sell the club. Napoli's washed. You know, this player is better than that player. That player should start over this player. None of that stuff. I don't want to hear it. We're in first effing place right now. Technically, we are in first place. We're tied with Milan, but we have the tiebreak right now. We haven't played each other yet, so the tiebreak is the goal differential, which is what we have that. So there you go.
Yeah, be proud of it, guys. No matter what happens,
Gotta be proud of it.
Be proud. No matter what happens, be proud of this team. And you know how much we have to face.
They are far exceeding expectations. They are far exceeding expectations.
Yeah.
Because
we're
we
making
were
them
talking
so
about
mad.
Fourth. Right. We're making everybody mad. It's wonderful.
Everybody,
It's honestly been a great few years for Napoli. It has a little bit of a bump in the road, but it has. We've been blessed to be fans of this team. It makes us want to pull our hair out sometimes, and it makes us want, you know, frustrated. But I'm telling you right now, it could be a whole hell of a lot worse. A whole hell of a lot worse. Napoli have been consistent and haven't borrowed a ton of money to do it, or relied on deep foreign pockets. Or related. Yeah, Pasquale, absolutely.
Always proud to be Neapolitan. Rather be poor than a thief. Forza Napoli sempre. And call out those guys who, you know, who they did that thing. I'm not going to mention a big name a couple big names had spoken about what Milan did. The Milan, New York City Milan club. They did a showing party for the derby, and this is what Serie A needs. Hello, I hashtag Ribalta. Sorry, I had to do it. I did it on our account.
Yeah,
Rafa.
Absolutely.
I thought it was my account, to be honest.
No, it's okay. You want to talk about what Serie A needs? Serie A needs places like Ribalta. Serie A needs needs.
I hashtag
like,
Ribalta.
Things like You see what they did for the Italian European championships.
Yeah.
You know,
they're
going to do that for Napoli. Napoli's going to, if Napoli end up in a final, a European final, or the match to win the Scudetto, I guarantee you, Rosario will be outside with that big screen, and we're gonna all have.
We gotta. You know what?
If we're not in Italy, we'll have to go there.
We're gonna hit him up. I'm gonna hit him up again. We gotta get him back on the show because I want to tell him that. Like, oh look, Milan. Milan, New York City does the little show. And this is what Serie A needs. Meanwhile, Rosario, for years, has been doing this.
Absolutely.
For years.
Absolutely.
For years. And not just for Napoli. Not just for one derby. But he's been doing it for all the games. Go
He's
watch
been
our
doing it
show.
for
Go
years.
watch it. Go if you haven't seen it. Go back. Watch when Rosario was on the show, and he'll tell you himself what he did.
Yeah.
Yeah. Is he a fan of Napoli? Does he do it mainly for the Napoli club in New York City? Yeah, he does. But you know what? He invited Juventini,
It's called
Milan.
It's called Ribalta Stadium. He
Ribalta
yes,
Stadium.
you're right.
Right.
Yep.
He converted
has these
his
matches
whole
on.
Sunday service dedicated to Serie A fans. But Milan gets the love. It's pathetic, man. Like, when are we going to get some damn respect? This is his personal business. Okay? This is his restaurant. You understand? And he had to do this surviving through COVID. You know how hard you know how many restaurants tanked? And he's still here? And then the Euros come. He had the most poppin' place in New York City.
In the United States, in New York City. Yeah.
I'll say,
Absolutely.
because I'm not sure what happened in other states. I know there was things popping out in Brooklyn and things like that.
Canada
But
too.
in Canada, of course. But for the states, Rosario had the most poppin' get together for Italy. That means Napolitani, Romanisti, Interisti, Juventini, all side by side, shoulder to shoulder, rooting for Italy. Not one bad word against any team, any other club team. Not one. Not one problem. Not one. That's what Serie A needs.
It was a joyous occasion. It was a very joyous occasion, Ralph. That was
Go
one
watch
of the best,
Go watch the episode.
Yeah.
Go watch the episode with me and Rafa. Rafa crying there. Anyway.
Yeah.
Definitely, Peter. We'll figure something out. Anyway. Rafa, let's get on out of here. It's getting late.
Let's do it.
Before I start yelling, the baby wakes up upstairs. You know?
Start yelling.
Rafa, I haven't stopped. I'm just getting my vocal cords warmed up. But
dude, this is great. Listen, we're back at it. We're back at it.
Feels good.
It's wonderful.
So happy to be here with everybody. Honestly, I really missed all of you. That was my biggest thing over these past couple weeks. And believe me when I say it was crazy couple weeks, man. I'm not gonna get into details, but it was hard, and I missed everybody. So anyway, let's cut out. Rafa, great show again. It's been a pleasure.
Great show, always. Pleasure's always mine, Ralph.
Yeah, man. But we'll be back. We'll see everybody again soon.
We will.
Until that time, Forza Napoli.
Sempre.
Ciao.
Ciao for now, guys. Ciao for now.
Ciao.